Hi there, I am Giuseppe Corcella and today I'm going to show you a mock-up I did of In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg. For this mock-up I used the Synchron Prime library only, and on all the instruments I used the default mix preset. The samples are loaded into VN Ensemble Pro 7 routed to Cubase. Both softwares are on the same machine. First of all, I'm going to screencast the mockup, and in the last part of the video I'm going to talk about 5 things I enjoy about the Synchron Prime edition. The first thing I like about this library is the instrumentation. This is a very compact library, and you basically have a full orchestra here with a quite complete instrumentation. But the peculiarity I enjoy the most about it is that you have 2 woodwinds per type and also 2 horns and 2 trumpets. This gives the composer a wide sonic palette and the possibility to have 2 different timbres when you go to score for 2 flutes, 2 oboes, 2 clarinets, and so on. You can actually have at your fingertips 2 different instruments per type and not just the same one doubled. This is very important, in my opinion, if you want to achieve a good level of realism, because in an actual environment, the first flute and the second flute are actually 2 different instruments. So why not to have this on the virtual stage too? And this is not something you see often on entry-level libraries. The second feature I like is the presence of the closed mics. As you can see, you don't have a lot of mic positions here. Actually, you just have 2 of them, but on all the solo instruments, the second mic position is the closed one. And that's great in my opinion, because sometimes you might want to use another convolution reverb rather than the room sound of the library itself, depending on the purpose of your production. In this case, you'd want to use the closed mic position to avoid to mix 2 real ambiances together. So I really enjoy to have the possibility to choose at least this mic position. On the ensembles and percussion, you have a mid mic position which gives you a bit of room ambience, but it's not so wide, so I think it's a nice option too. And the overall sound of this library is very good. I especially like how the brass and percussion sound, pure synchron sound. In this library, you have then all the most common articulations, but they are also very detailed. You have two kinds of short notes, for example, normal and agile. So you have a double option depending on the phrase you are dealing with. The staccato importato normal will help you on slower passages, while the agile is more suitable for faster ones. It works also really well on repeated notes. They sound very natural. Another thing I really like is that you can control the vibrato on most of the instruments, and also the vibrato is actually sampled and not generated with an LFO. Also, you have a crossfade option, which is very useful to change the expressiveness of long notes. Also, thanks to the stretch factor, you can change the vibrato speed even real time. You can activate the stretch factor from here and also sync it to the tempo in your sequencer. And if you want to control the vibrato variation in real time, you can use the fader assigned to CC34. And this works well also on trills and tremolos. I really like the percussion on this library, especially the timpani and the bass drum. They have a very rich, full, and detailed sound. And on the timpani, I love that you can decide whether to play with the right or with the left hand. This really gains the realism of a performance. This is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.